might want to check this out.
What? Oh, God, are they waiting for me? Maybe not.
You're the only lib I saw being humiliated by One Nation on national television.
Surely they're not still interested in that. I mean, there must be a dozen better stories.
It doesn't matter what they're interested in. You just get out there, dump on your opponents.
Why? What's happened?
No, that's what your opponents are for. You get out of the car, you don't stop walking. They hit on the nursing homes, you attack the Labor Party, right? If you don't stop walking, you're through the doors, you're safe.
Ignore the question.
That's what the questions are for, Mr. Fielding.
Ignore the questions. Dump on Labor.
And don't, whatever you do, stop walking.
Mr. Fielding, in this week's Bulletin magazine, Laurie Oakes details a dinner attended by 3 Sydney North Shore Liberal MPs. The Prime Minister is reported to have come under severe criticism at the dinner.
Were you one of the 3, Mr. Fielding? Did you attend the dinner, Mr. Fielding, and did you question Mr. Howard's leadership?
Is Mr. Howard a liability to the government, Mr. Fielding?
Did you leak the story to Laurie Oakes?
And will you still be welcome at the Prime Minister's cocktail party at the lodge tonight?
Would you like to comment, Mr. Fielding?
This is rubbish.
I tried to warn you, your mobile phone and your pager were both turned off.
I have never, ever, nor would I ever call the PM a somersaulting rodent. Backflipping the government into opposition?
No?
No. Of course no. God, who in the party says this sort of thing? Treacherous bastards. I bet it's Costello's Blackie Cam followers. Well done.
Not to mention Brian.
Brian's one of us.
Not anymore. He's firmly in the Costello camp now.
Oh, God, the PM's going to have seen this.
He has.
Christ. I've got a message to ring his office.
They've phoned you 3 times. I said you weren't in.
Well, I am now. And I'm going round to set the record straight.
I wouldn't.
Vanessa. My PM has to know now that this is absolute rubbish.
Mr. Fielding, pledges of loyalty are meaningless around here. You have a much higher priority. Your ass, excuse the French, because if you didn't say that, somebody else did, and they've attributed it to you. Now, we need to find out who and why. Now, who was at this dinner?
Chris Nankervis, Bobby Shearer and me. We have dinner every Tuesday night.
What happened last Tuesday night?
They started bagging the PM. Policy somersaults. I said, let's get some definitions on the table, fellas. I quoted the PM. Listening to the electorate and responding is not somersaulting. It's thoughtful government.
Were the words somersaulting rodent and backflipping the government into opposition used?
We were there till midnight. On the Shiraz. Look, I know I didn't say anything. I didn't talk to Laurie Oakes. I've never even met him.
Nankervis or Shearer must have.
No, we have an agreement.
An agreement?
Yes. Whatever we say around the table stays around the table. Look, I trust them totally. We were at Trinity Grammar together. I've got to talk to them.
Abbott, Minchin and Heffernan are at this moment hunting the corridors looking for you.
Thank God for telephones. Vanessa, close the door.
Any luck?
Nankervis and Shearer aren't in.
On the same basis that you aren't. Well, that's a huge worry for starters. Either one or both of them could be candidates for setting you up.
I don't get it. An election could be called any minute. How in the hell are we meant to be fighting the Labor Party when we're busy stabbing each other?
It's a level playing field. Labor's all stabbing each other too.
I rang Caroline. She thinks I should go and see the PM. Tell him the truth.
Fine.
So I'm going? Now?
Go for it. What exactly are you going to tell him?
The truth.
That Nankervis and Shearer bagged the PM and you didn't.
That's the truth.
It's also going to sound like you covering your own ass. Excuse the French. One of the few certainties around here, apart from the emptiness of pledges of loyalty, is that everybody assumes that everyone else is looking after number one.
Then I'll just cover my contributions for the night's proceedings. I didn't do anything bad against the PM.
Meaning by process of elimination, they must have.
I wouldn't be saying that.
That's not the point. One of the other few certainties around here is that any word you utter that can be misinterpreted will be.
How the hell does anyone manage to tell the truth round here?
No one does. It's easier not to. You lie low for a while. Just leave this with me. I will get to the bottom of it.
The dinner's tonight at the Ming Dinner.
Oh, there you are. I've got news. It's going to have to wait. Abbott and Heffernan are right behind me.
Oh, God. I feel the need for a wee.
Good idea. I'll see you at the office.
Michael Fielding?
Who's that?
Doesn't matter in the scheme of things. Listen to me. We think you're all right, but you made one fatal mistake. You followed your father into the wrong camp.
Who is this?
Don't speak. Just listen to what I have to say. Our man likes your style, your courage to speak out. He's been keeping a close eye on you, and he thinks you're shaping up all right. He doesn't even mind you don't support Essendon.
He doesn't even know my name.
He knows your name. You're just in the wrong camp. Listen to me, Michael. If we lose government, there's going to be the greatest bloodbath in our party's history. You can be spared. It's up to you. You can go to the cocktail party at the lodge, waste a couple of hours sipping Pimm's with yesterday's man, or join us and drink a toast to our man's 21st century. One chance. Take it or leave it.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Neither am I. What else would you expect of Costello's supporters? It's the same pathetic bully boy stuff I copped at school.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised because my information is that Nankervis and Shearer have already gone across to Costello.
When?
I don't know exactly, but my sources are usually reliable. And now they've approached you. No, the toilet cubicle's the classic approach. They say the fate of every Liberal leader since Gorton was sealed in a toilet cubicle. It was impossible to have a poo during the Howard Peacock years.
Vanessa, I don't care. My father would have never deserted John Howard, and neither will I. Why would I turn my back on the man who has single-handedly clawed this country up from Labour's social and economic ruin?
And whose time is up.
Sorry?
It's not 1956 anymore.
You support Costello?
Of course. He's our future.
Now, call me naive, but I happen to hold values important. My wife doesn't work, nor should she. Homosexuals shouldn't be allowed to marry. And apart from that, what do they actually do with each other? Basically, Vanessa, I'd quit politics rather than line up with those so-called progressives. And I'll be damned if I'm going to live my life in fear of telling the truth. No, I'm going to that cocktail party tonight, and I'm going to tell the PM exactly where I queue up. On his side.
Ask him what homosexuals do. Your suit's pressed,
Thank you.
and your car is organised for half an hour.
Has this been a day or has this been a day?
Well, I've heard of days like this. Never actually had one, though.
But we did it. We came through it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yes, we did. And Vanessa,
Yep.
we may have our philosophical differences.
It's a democracy.
Yes, thankfully, and hopefully never a republic. But that aside, we are on the same team, aren't we?
I promise to always do my job to the very best of my ability.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Anyway, I've finished for the day. Anything else you need?
No, off you go and have fun.
Thank you. Good luck.
Who needs luck when you've got John Howard on your side? Vanessa! Vanessa! Vanessa!
Hello, you've reached the office of Michael Fielding. We're unable to take your call right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Mr. Fielding, it's me. I don't know when you'll get this message, but I think that there's a valuable political lesson in it. We've identified Laurie Oakes' source. Someone with a massive grudge. The waiter in the restaurant. Next time, remember to leave a tip, huh?
Yes? 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 Yes?